Hello everybody, getting ready to do lesson 9.8 of pre-algebra math, which is sine cosine part 1. We're going to do part 2 is available here as well as all of your other class materials. 9.8 sine cosine ratios. We got a 36-point classwork sheet today, and then we have a 12-point notebook sheet today. Sine cosine ratios. Teachers, today's bell work. Multiple choice here, triangle XYZ, y equals 10, given that tan 27 equals this number here. What is the approximate value of x? So we're looking for the approximate value of this side here with this. So here you have y equals 10. We're trying to find what y equals 10. We're trying to find this value here. And then students find the distance between these 2 points here. Okay, give your students 5-6 minutes, teachers. Welcome back for your solutions today. Here it is here, G. We have 5 equals x. Tan 27, so tan 27 degrees, x over 10. So we have this number here, we know that what that is, so we just do an inverse tan, and we get 10 times that, we get 5, approximately 5 equals x. And then find your distance here, you use your distance formula here, plug in your values, and you come up with 17 here for the distance between these 2 points. Into our lesson today. Ancient sundial right here, and is in Jaipur, India, 18th century technology. So the hypotenuse has a length of about 164 feet and makes an angle of 27 degrees, which is right here. Okay, what about it? So we have 27 degrees, 164 foot here. So what are we going to do? How far above ground is the top up here? So in example 4, you see how to use a sine ratio to answer this question, and that's in part 2 of this lesson. Email me for that. And then sine abbreviated is sine, cosine abbreviated cos, and tangent is abbreviated just using tan. These are the 3 basic trigonometric ratios: sine, cosine, and tan. Sundial here. Sine and cosine ratios. Here's our triangle. So what do we got here? The sine A, so sine A here is side opposite of A, which is here, over the hypotenuse, which is C, so it'll be A over C. We give a sine A. The sine of an acute angle of a right triangle is the ratio of the length of the side opposite the angle, so opposite of A would be here, to the length of the hypotenuse, which is here, which is A over C. So sine A would be side opposite A, angle A, over here, over C. And the sine and cosine again, we're going to do cosine now. The cosine of an acute angle of a right is the ratio of the length of the angle's adjacent side to the length of the hypotenuse. So cosine A here would be B over C. So it would be the adjacent side here, not the opposite, but the adjacent side over C here. Students, in your own words, define sine and define cosine. 10 points, page 5 of your classwork. This is not included in your classwork. This is not a notebook entry. This is on your classwork sheet. So you'll get points for that classwork. Okay, example 1, finding sine and cosine ratios for JKL here. Find sine and cosine of angle L, which is here. So let's find the sine and cosine of angle L. Sine of L would be opposite over the hypotenuse, so it would be 8 over 17, would it not? So it would be 8 over 17, and then the cosine of L would be adjacent over over the hypotenuse, so that would be 15 over 17 there. Okay, our first guide practice. Approximate sine or cosine values to 4 decimal places. So to find cosine 15 degrees, how would we do that? We do that on a calculator usually. And you get cosine 15 would be 0.9659. Students, just do this on your own here to 4 decimal places. Okay, into our first example here. Example 2 rather, I'm sorry, using a calculator. We're going to do this now using a calculator. Sine 38 degrees, what's that? So here's your keystrokes. Here we go, second trig. At least on this calculator here, on the TI, I don't think you have to do the second, but anyway, trig 38. And we're going to go sine here now. So sine 38 would equal this number here is what it amounts to. So sine 38 degrees equals 0. This number here. That's the idea of using a calculator to find sine. And then cosine 43 did the same thing here for finding cosine. And on this calculator here, they go second trig, but I think on a TI you go cosine 43. Cosine 43, and you get this number here for that one. Yeah, it's 0.7314. Okay, find sine and cosine of each acute angle here. Write your answers as fractions, and then students use the calculator to find sine 74 and cosine 12 to 4 decimal places. Okay, so let's, there's 2 points up here. Students, you got a 4-point situation here. Let's do our guided practice now, our solution to our guided practice. So here they are. Here's all your ratios here for finding sine cosine of each. So for sine P, which is here, be 9/15. And then cosine of P would be 12/15. And then for Q, we find our sine Q and then cosine Q. These are our two acutes. This is your 90. We're not going to do that here. So, okay, and that is lesson 9.8. I do believe, yes, 9.8. Part 1, Part 2 is available here. Thank you very much.